Have you ever found yourself hesitating at the bottom of a staircase, wondering if your legs will carry you up without that familiar ache? Or maybe you've noticed that getting up from your favorite chair takes a little more effort than it used to. If so, you're not alone. It's a quiet worry many of us share as we age. The fear that our bodies are slowing down and there's nothing we can do about it. Let me tell you about John. At 65, he was the kind of man who found joy in the simple things, like tending to his garden on a sunny afternoon. But lately, something had changed. Kneeling down to plant a new flower or standing up after weeding felt like a struggle. His legs would protest, and he'd often need to grab onto something for support. Like many of us, John thought this was just a part of getting older, something he had to accept. He'd sigh and say, "Well, that's what happens when you hit your 60s." But deep down it bothered him. He missed the days when his legs felt strong and steady, and he worried about what this meant for his independence. Here's the thing. While aging does bring changes, not all of them are set in stone. Today, we're going to explore something surprising. 2 vitamins that, when taken in excess, might be making your legs feel weaker after 60. And more importantly, we'll talk about simple steps you can take to feel steadier and stronger. Because you deserve to move through your days with confidence, not hesitation. Stick with me, because in just a moment, we'll dive into the first vitamin, and you might be surprised to learn how something meant to help could be holding you back. Why leg strength matters. Have you ever stood at the kitchen counter, reaching for that favorite mug on the top shelf, and felt a little wobble in your legs, just enough to make you pause? It's a quiet moment, but it carries a weight we don't always talk about. You're not alone in feeling it, and it's okay to wonder what it means. Leg strength is so much more than just getting from one place to another. It's your balance when you step out to wave at a neighbor, your steady footing when you dance a little to an old song, your freedom to live life the way you've always loved. It's about keeping your independence, knowing you can still count on yourself, no matter what worries might creep in about health or feeling left behind. Here's something worth knowing. Over 30% of adults over 60 experience falls because their legs have weakened over time. It's not meant to scare you. It's just a gentle reminder that you're not the only one facing this. And there's something you can do about it. You deserve to feel strong and secure every single day. Picture this. Missing that walk to the park where the flowers bloom just the way you remember, or hesitating at the stairs that lead to your cozy chair, or watching your grandkids play from the sidelines because your legs feel unsure. It's a lonely thought, isn't it? But leg strength changes that. It's what keeps you in the game, living life on your terms, surrounded by the people and moments you cherish. What if there were easy, kind ways to bring that strength back? Ways that fit into your day and lift your spirits too. Stick with me, because I'm about to share how you can feel steadier, stronger, and more like yourself again. Vitamins, a double-edged sword. Have you ever stood in front of your vitamin shelf, wondering if you're doing everything right for your health, only to feel like something's still not quite working? It's a quiet worry many of us carry, especially when we're trying so hard to stay strong and healthy. You're not alone in that feeling, and today, I'm here to help make sense of it. Let me tell you about a friend of mine, Sarah. At 68, she's the kind of person who reads every label, takes her vitamins faithfully, and even keeps a little journal of her daily supplements. She thought she was doing everything right. After all, we've been told for years that vitamins are the key to staying healthy as we age. But lately, she's noticed her legs feeling heavier, like they're not as reliable as they used to be. She'd take a few steps and feel unsteady, and it scared her. She couldn't understand why her body seemed to be working against her, despite all her efforts. Maybe you felt that way too. Like no matter how careful you are, something still feels off. Here's the thing we don't always hear. Vitamins are wonderful, but they can be a double-edged sword. We often think they're a cure-all, but too much of a good thing can turn harmful. There's a condition called hypervitaminosis, which is just a fancy way of saying your body has more vitamins than it can handle. And when that happens, it can lead to surprising problems like weakening your legs. It's like watering a plant. A little is nourishing, but too much can drown it. Your body works the same way. Now, I know that might feel confusing or even a little frustrating. You've been told to take your vitamins, and now you're hearing they could be causing issues. It's okay to feel that way. It's a lot to take in. But here's the good news. Understanding this is the first step to feeling better. You're already doing so much right by caring for your health, and now we're just fine-tuning it together. You might be shocked to learn which vitamins, ones you've likely been taking for years, could be secretly sabotaging your strength. But don't worry, I'm here with you. In just a moment, we'll uncover the first vitamin that might be working against you, and how a simple adjustment can help you feel steadier and more like yourself again. Vitamin A, the hidden danger. Picture this. You're sitting in your favorite chair, sipping your morning tea, when that familiar stiffness creeps into your legs again. It's disheartening, isn't it? You've worked hard to stay healthy, taken your vitamins like clockwork, yet somehow you feel left behind by your own body. I see you, and I'm here to help. Let me share a little story about my neighbor, Ed. At 68, Ed's the kind of guy who's always been on top of things, gardening, walking his dog, keeping up with his grandkids. But a few months ago, he started feeling achy and worn out, especially in his knees. He'd say, "I'm doing all the right things, eating my veggies, taking my vitamins. Why do I feel so old all of a sudden?" It broke my heart to see him so frustrated, and maybe you felt that too, wondering if anyone notices how hard you're trying. Here's something you might not expect. That daily vitamin you've been taking to keep your eyes sharp and your immune system strong could be working against you. Vitamin A is wonderful. It helps us see the world clearly and fight off colds, but too much of it can quietly turn into a problem. Think of it like pouring tea into a cup. A little warms you up, but keep pouring, and it spills over, making a mess. When we get too much vitamin A, it builds up in our bodies and can lead to something called hypervitaminosis A. That's just a big word for too much of a good thing turning toxic. And what happens then? That overload can make your muscles ache and your joints stiffen up, especially in your legs, making it harder to get around like you used to. Research has found that too much vitamin A is linked to weaker muscles in folks over 60. And I know that's the last thing you need when you're already juggling health worries or feeling stretched thin. But here's the bright side. Understanding this is the first step to feeling better, and you're not in this alone. So, have you ever had those mystery aches that just won't explain themselves? Could your vitamins be whispering something you haven't heard yet? Stick with me. I'll show you how to listen to your body and take back control so you can feel stronger and more like yourself again. Vitamin D, too much of a good thing. Have you ever stood up from your chair, ready to start your day, only to feel like your legs just won't listen, like they're heavier than they should be? It's a quiet ache, isn't it? That moment when you wonder if anyone notices how hard it is to keep going. I see you, and I'm here with you. Let me tell you about my neighbor, Tom. At 68, he's the kind of man who still tends his garden and waves hello every morning. But last month, he told me something that stopped me in my tracks. I'm taking my vitamins like the doctor said, but my legs feel like they're giving up on me. It hurt to hear that, because Tom's not alone. Maybe you felt that too, pushing through tiredness or stiffness, wondering if it's just you. It's not, and you're not forgotten. Here's a little surprise about vitamin D. It's a hero we all need for strong bones and a tough immune system. But sometimes, too much of a hero can backfire. When you take more vitamin D than your body needs, it starts pulling extra calcium into your blood, a condition called hypercalcemia. Picture it like this. It's as if your body's trying to stockpile too much goodness, and it ends up clogging the works instead. So what does that feel like? That extra calcium can settle into your muscles, making them weak and stiff, especially in your legs. It's like carrying a little extra weight you didn't ask for, slowing you down when you just want to move freely. Studies show this happens more than we think. Seniors taking high doses of vitamin D often say they're not as steady on their feet as they used to be. It's real, and it's okay to feel frustrated by it. Now, don't toss out your vitamin D just yet. It's still essential, especially for us as we age. It's not about giving up. It's about balance. Too much can hurt more than it helps, and that's not your fault. You're doing so much already to take care of yourself, and that matters. I'm proud of you for it, and you're not in this alone. But here's the hopeful part. There's a way to get this balance just right so your legs can feel lighter and your days a little easier. Stay with me. because next time I'll share a simple trick to keep vitamin D as your ally without letting it overstay its welcome. Avoiding excess vitamins, a video script for seniors. Have you ever sat at your kitchen table, staring at a handful of vitamin pills, wondering if they're really the answer, or if they're making things harder than they need to be? It's a quiet worry, isn't it? You're not alone in that moment. Picture this. My neighbor George, 68 years young, always prided himself on staying on top of his health. He'd line up his supplements every morning, vitamin A for his eyes, vitamin D for his bones, thinking more was better. But then he started feeling off, tired, a little queasy, like his body was whispering something wasn't right. It shook him up, wondering if he'd been overlooked by all the advice out there. Maybe you felt that too, trying so hard, yet unsure who to trust. Here's the gentle truth. Piling on supplements without a plan is like guessing your way through a maze. It's risky, and you deserve better. Instead, let's keep it simple and safe. Reach for a crunchy carrot or a sweet potato for vitamin A, nature's way of giving you just enough. For vitamin D, step outside for a few minutes of sunshine when you can. These small joys won't overload you, and they're easier on the wallet too. Now, if you're unsure about what's right for you, don't go it alone. Talk to your doctor. They're like a friend who's got your back, helping you match your needs to what's safe. For most of us seniors, the sweet spot is around 900 micrograms of vitamin A and 800 IU of vitamin D daily. It's not about doing it all perfectly. It's about feeling good and staying steady. I know it's tough sometimes. Health worries creep in, loneliness tugs at you, and it can feel like the world's moved on without you. But you're here, caring for yourself, and that matters more than you might realize. You're valued, and every step you take is worth it. So, what if you've already got a cabinet full of supplements? Don't worry, stick with me, because next time, I'll share a simple way to figure out what's helping and what's not, so you can feel in charge again. Nutrients that strengthen your legs. Have you ever watched your grandkids run through the grass and wish you could join them, just for a moment, with legs that feel strong and sure? It's a pang we've all felt. Wanting to keep up, to stay in the joy of life, but worrying our bodies might hold us back. You're not alone, and I'm here with good news. Let's take a deep breath and shift our focus to something hopeful. What we can do to build your legs up instead of letting them feel weighed down. I think of my friend Clara, 72, who used to sit on the sidelines at family picnics, her legs too tired to join in. She felt overlooked, like her spark was fading. But then she started making small changes to her meals, and bit by bit, she found herself walking farther, even dancing a little with her grandkids. It wasn't magic. It was the power of the right nutrients. So, what are these helpers that can make your legs feel ready for anything? First, there's calcium, the foundation for strong bones that keep you steady. Then, magnesium, which is like a gentle massage for your muscles, helping them move smoothly. And don't forget vitamin K, which quietly supports your strength and helps your body repair itself. Together, these nutrients are like a team, working to keep you moving with confidence. The best part? You don't need fancy supplements or an expensive grocery list to get them. Load up on simple, delicious foods you probably already love, creamy yogurt or a glass of milk for calcium, leafy greens like spinach or kale for vitamin K, and a handful of nuts for magnesium. These are affordable, comforting foods that nourish your body and your soul, reminding you that taking care of yourself doesn't have to be hard. I know it's easy to feel stretched thin between health worries, tight budgets, or just the loneliness of a quiet house. But every bite you take is a step toward feeling stronger, more connected, more like you. A balanced diet is your secret weapon, and you're already so capable of wielding it. I'm proud of you for being here, for caring about your tomorrow. But there's one more piece to this puzzle, a surprising habit that can make these nutrients work even better for your legs. Stay with me, because next, I'll share a simple trick to keep you moving with ease and joy. Have you ever looked out at your garden, longing to tend to it like you used to, only to feel held back by legs that just won't cooperate? It's a quiet ache, one that tugs at your heart and makes you wonder if those joyful days are slipping away. But friends, I'm here to tell you, you're stronger than you know, and you're not alone. Today, we've walked together through something important. We've uncovered how too much vitamin A and D, those pills you thought were helping, can sometimes weaken your legs, making every step feel heavier. But we didn't stop there. We also explored how to protect your strength with simple, nourishing foods like spinach, yogurt, and nuts, and the wisdom of listening to your body with your doctor's guidance. It's not about fear. It's about hope, about taking small steps to feel like yourself again. Remember John, our friend from the start? At 65, he was struggling to kneel in his garden, his legs stiff and tired. He felt overlooked, like aging was stealing his spark. But after consulting his doctor, John made a change. He cut back on those extra supplements, started enjoying more whole foods, like a morning smoothie with greens or a handful of almonds, and slowly, his strength came back. Now, he's out there planting flowers again, smile on the face that says, I've still got this. And you've got this too. So, here's my invitation to you. Take charge today. Call your doctor, have an honest talk about your supplements, and embrace nutrient-rich meals that make you feel good inside and out. You don't need to do it all at once, just one small step like swapping a pill for a bowl of yogurt with fruit. You're worth it, and every choice you make is a gift to yourself. Your legs have carried you through so much. Through love, loss, and countless beautiful moments. They deserve to stay strong for the journey ahead. I know it's not always easy. Health worries, tight budgets, or the loneliness of a quiet day can weigh heavy. But you are seen, you are valued, and you have the power to keep going with grace and strength. Which vitamin surprised you most today? Vitamin A or D? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your story. And stick around, because next time, I'll share another simple secret to keep your body moving and your heart full.